What's good, fam? Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi-Town, holding it down. One love. Heal the nation, goddammit. Tough love and common sense, and keeping it all the way live. Keeping it all the way real and keeping it all the way true. From me to you. What's happening, fam? I'm back. I've been a little bit busy lately. Taking care of business, as well as shutting down goddamn drama. And it's real exhausting sometimes when you deal with motherfuckers over emotional bitches. And holding it down here, trying to keep it straight, keep it tight, and keep it right. With the cubs in the den and all that stuff. And I'm coming to you because I got a few lessons out of my last few experiences that I've been through in my little journey here. And I'm really grateful for the people that have surrounded me with truth, honesty, integrity, consistency, most important, loyalty and love. And these are people who I cannot physically touch. And through good, through bad, through my ugly, through my sad, when I needed a wrap upside the head and when I needed a push to keep going forward, y'all was there. You came and lifted me up. You shook me back to life. You woke me up and kept me back on the path. And you, each and every one of you, know who you are. I don't have to drop no names because they know who the fuck I'm talking to, goddamn, and they held me down. And I never ever tried to go without showing gratitude and humble gratitude and thanks for support and the love that you all give me. And y'all know who you are, who've been there for me and really, truly helped me out. And it ain't just material help. Spiritual help is far more valuable than any type of monetary gifts or loans or material items. So now with that out the way, I'm coming to you today with a lesson and some truth and a plan, because I had a couple of experiences. You know, one was pretty good, a couple of them was pretty fucked up. And it's amazing how people get the truth and opinion mixed up. So there's a difference between telling the truth and your opinion. So a lot of people get that twisted. Now, there are also those among us who feel like, you know what? I don't agree with that. So that make it a lie. I don't know if y'all ever met any motherfuckers like that. They think because they don't agree with the truth, that makes you a liar for telling them the truth, whether it be about themselves or about a separate outside situation. I know a lot of motherfuckers like that. But as a mother, I have really, truly grown within this past year, just this past year. And I have learned a lot from the company that's kept by others as well as myself. Now, those that know me intimately know I've been chopping down the tree of dysfunction. I've been pruning that bitch. I've been lopping off these fucking rotten limbs that's been draining the shit out of me lately. Y'all know who I'm talking to, who I'm talking about too. But in doing that, you know, it's always gonna be something that jump up to stop the process of gleaning, which rhymes with cleaning up the limbs and the devastation and the disease. You know, you got to be careful when you're dealing with disease and dysfunction. Because even though you be minding your business and you doing your thing, you trying to weed your garden and you trying to prune your orchard and you trying to take care of those things that need to be taken care of, and you're doing it in your own time, in your own space, using your own energy, you know, that attracts a lot of attention. You be mind your own goddamn business, and you will attract goddamn drama. Now, you know, we as parents, mothers or fathers, we all make mistakes. We make bad calls sometimes with our children, our cubs, and we got to recorrect ourselves and bring it back in, regroup, make a new strategy, and move forward. Some of us are better at it than others, but it's still a lesson in that. And when we're teaching our cubs how to hold it down on their own, that's what parents are for. You know, we are to prepare our children for reality, real life skills, as well as educational knowledge, understanding, overstanding of self, as well as those applications we need to apply to a skill in order to survive. See, survival skills should be utmost first front priority in teaching our cubs. Survival. Education is secondary. Knowledge of self come between them two. Go along with survival skills. If you don't have knowledge of self, and we don't teach our cubs knowledge of self, we're going to run into these problems that I just had and many like me have just had recently. And I'm very thankful and grateful that I have also a brood of strong brothers who are willing to step up to the plate and stand beside me instead of my man cubs. And they have never laid eyes on me or them in person. But they have sent me the strength and the understanding and overstanding in which to deliver the message properly from a male perspective, which is 100% to me. Who will come and tap me on my shoulder and say, sis, this how you gotta come at this one. Let me help you with that. And I take it on home to the hole with a slam dunk. We need our brothers and our life sisters. We need them. And it's a difference between truth and opinion. And a lot of us, we don't like the damn truth. That's hate speech nowadays. And people would rather ride on their opinion as that reality. An opinion holds no weight, bears no substance, really, in the whole scheme of seeing things and bringing resolution to certain problems. You see, the truth and facts are what we need in our life, especially when we raising our cubs, male or female. It's no gender specification with these problems. Now, there's motherfuckers who want to blame it all on the black bitches. And there's motherfuckers who want to blame it all on the black niggas. But it ain't just our fault, and it ain't just their fault. It's both our fault. And that's something I see a lot. And I know I ain't the first and the last to say it or see it. Cognitive dissonance and no personal accountability for the energy that we bring into a situation that initiates a bunch of bullshit, and then once the response to that energy is returned, the initiator would like to then take the shoes of a victim. That makes sense? I had a lot of motherfuckers like that around me. And one of them I almost had to go to blows with yesterday. And I'm glad the queen could restrain herself. And she walked on away. And because I could have curb stomped the bitch. But see, then my cubs wouldn't have a mama. I'd be sitting in the county jail with her son. So I had to pull it on down. And it was a lesson in that. You know, it tells me that quiet, silence, and strong silence is stronger than a whole bunch of shit talking, hot air blowing, wanna be tough, rough riding, talking shit. cash, fly shit, just running your mouth. And, you know, because if old girl really wanted to come at me, she would have handled her business right then and there. And it's all good, though, because even if she do get froggy enough she want to jump, I'm still ready, though. So, it's a difference between truth and opinion. People get that shit twisted. See, because when you confront me with something that I've said or done, I don't have to eat it up or change it or deny it. Because, see, one thing you will not be able to do is shame me with my energy because I own it. And when you accept truth and when you own up to the energy that you bring into a situation, see, that squashes the drama right there. That squashes all the debatable topics and issues that might come into play with someone coming to confront you or anything coming back to bite you in your ass. You know what I'm saying? When you own it and you privy to any and all repercussions that you can possibly imagine, which takes strong and long consideration, the truth is much different from people's opinion. And the truth won't bother you, and it won't bother you even less than opinion. See? So, both, you accept the truth even if it's not pretty. And then opinion, motherfucking opinion, who gives a shit what you feel? As far as prejudgment, based on superficial facts, superficial appearances, so to speak, cancel facts, superficial appearances, what you think you see, what you think you know. That's an opinion. Then you can base an opinion, which is a judgment, off of facts. Now, judging is not a sin. It's not a problem because you judging based on what you know, what is there, what is real. When you prejudge, that's what comes in the problem, see? And that's when facts get mixed up with opinions and motherfuckers start getting jiggy with it. You feel me? So walking this walk with my cubs, I have to be very careful when I'm dealing with opinion versus facts. And that was my cub right there. Got to be very careful when I'm dealing with opinions versus facts, dealing as a mother raising man children. And getting back to that point that I said about we need our brothers. Let me say one more again. We need our brothers, sisters. You know, don't come at me with that. I don't need no man. Yes, you do. The village, the children belong to the village. If we say it takes a village to raise a child, then there are men that also make up the village. So whether it's the butcher, the baker, or the candlestick maker, that's a man in one of them roles some damn well. And if that man is giving your child strong, righteous correction, you stand down and you allow that man to instill positive male energy into your man cub. And shut the fuck up. Can't nobody tell my children what to do. They're my babies. Bullshit. Because they then, once they grow up and move away from your den and go out into the village, guess what? That same little cub that couldn't nobody say nothing to is a menace to the fucking village. And then it takes the village to bring him down to his natural state of mind and deprogram the little fucker because you didn't balance him out. You didn't have enough male energy in his aura and cipher to give him the proper knowledge of self and personal accountability as a man cub growing into a man. So fuck what you talking about. Okay? We need our brothers. And then some of these elders really get on my goddamn nerve when I see a beautiful blended family and a black strong brother steps up to the plate for these children. That might not be his DNA, but you could never tell the difference by the way he treats them and love on their mama. And then you got the in-laws and the cousins and the outlaws talking about, that ain't they daddy. He don't need to be telling them kids what to do. God damn it. Somebody need to tell them motherfuckers what to do. And 9 times out of 10, if they doing it right, the daddy or the stepdaddy is, what do he say? What your mama tell you to do, boy. You better get in there and do what your mama say, or I'm gone. We need our brothers. So fuck all this bullshit about you don't need no man. I'm not gonna raise nobody else's children. I hear both men and women say that shit. 50-something odd % of families in America alone are blended now. Hello. Not to say that's not your preference. You can go for what you know. Fine. But think about it. Somewhere along the line, you're going to run into someone who has already created children and are raising children. Whether you are in a relationship with that parent, male or female, you still have a duty and a responsibility as part of the village to instill righteous energy into that cub, whether it's a male or female cub coming up. Because anywhere in life they go, they're going to have to answer to someone that's taller than them, somebody that knows more than them, somebody that has more experience than them. Whether it be at work, at school, socializing. There is an order. There is a balance. There is a totem pole of protocol in life. Somebody got to always answer to somebody some way, shape, or form in this here matrix. In this society. So creating a society within a society as a people of the sun, we need to make sure our village is in check and we police our own, because they coming up missing, they being murdered, raped, because we not policing our own. So, the next motherfucker that I hear say, I don't need no man to help me raise my child. No, maybe you don't in that sense. But in the bigger picture, when that fucker get out into the village on his own, he gonna need somebody to check his ass all the way to the curb, because wasn't no man in his life, whether it was an uncle, a friend of the family, or the daddy, stepdaddy. They need positive male energy constantly being fed to their cipher, to their spirit. Consistency, righteousness, upliftment. We need our brothers. And these goddamn elders need to stop emasculating our black men. Stop stepping in the middle of people's relationships and blended families, telling them what they don't need to be doing to these children. It's confusing them. It's fucking them up. Now, I can see if the man, the father, the daddy, is abusive, then no. But if that man is raising those children correctly with love and understanding, teaching them knowledge of self, helping them to progress, then mind your motherfucking business. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I see so many families fall apart because of outside in-law elders want to try to come in and re-regulate and unassimilate the protocol that's set down by the blended family, who is the head of the family, the father. He's the leader, the protector, the provider, the adjuster. And he's the co-teacher with the mama. So we need our motherfucking men A woman, a mother, cannot raise a man without male energy in her life, some way, shape, or form. Stop using these kids as pawns for your loneliness. Stop making these kids your goddamn husbandmen, your surrogate motherfucking niggas, because you're their mother. You're their teacher, substitute protector. And if you can't find a good nigga around to consult the rearing of your man cub, you need to get on your face and ask Great Spirit to send you one. Usher in the positivity in your life and start weeding that fucking tree of dysfunction and cutting off some of them goddamn fucked up ass branches you fucking with. See, because this is another thing. Once they turn 18, society instills in their mind that they grown. They grown. You need to get rid of them. Get out of my house when you grown. You 18. I don't want no more. Your children never stop being your children. You never stop being a mother or a fucking father, no matter how grown they get. The difference is, when they on our hip, we have to tell them and teach them what to do. When they grow up and let loose on our apron, we have to guide them and trust ourselves that we instill the right data, information, and understanding in them to know what to do. We just shine the light once they get on the road. So for all y'all bitches and niggas who want to put your child out and feed him to the lions when he's most impressionable, this is the second time in their life that they most impressionable, most vulnerable, is when it's time for them to spread their wings and fly. And if you cut them off too quick, it's always a disaster. You can look at the news and tell. So, stop trying to fucking kick them out the nest before they ready. If you taught them the life skills leading up to age 18, 19 plus, they wouldn't be locked up in county, falling dead in the pool of blood, shooting up people in places and things, raping, stealing, pillaging, and causing a bunch of goddamn destruction in the fucking village. And then when the village come along to correct that little nigga that you didn't raise right, guess what you want to do? He grown. It ain't my fault. I ain't got no dealings with that now. Legally, that's on him. It should be on your heart. It should be on your conscience. It should be on your mind. It should haunt you to know that society has to finish raising your cub. And you failed. So, that's what I learned. That's what I got out of my little experiences. Because, Great Spirit, give thanks. Neither one of my man cubs have a criminal record. Not the nigga factory. They won't be a part of. No. So, some of y'all bitches need to stop armchair parenting and make sure you know what the fuck is going on in his mind. And you put some male energy in his life. Righteous. I don't care if you got to get on the telephone and call somebody you trust to have a word and a commune with your son on a regular basis. Putting righteous male energy into him. Whatever the scenario, whatever the issue and the problem, even if it's just to come give him a little pat on the back and make him feel some self-esteem. Boys or girls, they need to feel validated. They need to feel overstood. So y'all motherfuckers, stop putting your children out the house before they're ready. As long as they are productive, progressive, and evolutionary, That's right. Evolutionary. That means ever growing, ever changing. Mine don't gotta go nowhere. Because I know they got the life skills to do it. They just choose to stay near me instead of afar. It don't mean that you're grown just because you don't live at home no more. So, that's that on that. You know, I just wanted to put it down to you again, fam. I've been missing for a minute. You know, and I had to lay it down today because I was full. And I want to send a big, huge shout out again to those people who have had my back from the beginning to the end, who've been riding with me through this little bumpy storm, when it was sunshine, when it was raining, when it was time to weed the garden, and when it was time to harvest the garden. Y'all been there with me and my cubs, holding us down, making sure we on the right track. Especially y'all brothers who had my back. Y'all know who you are. So I want to send a huge shout out, a big squeeze and love to all the brothers who have had my back. Always coming to me, putting something positive in my ear, giving me a shout out, looking for me, checking up on a sister. Okay, without a peep from me. Don't even have to blink and then, hey, what's happening, queen? That alone kept me going. When I have a question, a comment, or something I need to just unleash, you been there. You helped me by just listening and giving me a strategy and a view that I never would have had as a mother. Thank you. Thank you for standing in the gap for me. Thank you for helping me protect my man cubs. Thank you for helping me keep them out of the nigga factory. So, that's it, y'all. Peace, hotep, tough love. There's a difference between reality and opinion. Hotep, common sense out.